I bet you.
Racing. Shortly afterwards, Sky Baby dropped out to the tail. Beginning quickly, Monty Azuro looking for the lead from High Frontier and Super Hit and Bold Hawaiian back on the fence. Nearly a line of 4. In behind them came Bon Trio, followed by White Torment and Katie Cool from Clerical, Mighty Duchess and Sky Baby. And 4 lengths away, Fair Creature. On settling down at the 1250, Monty Azuro leads Super Hit the outside and racing wide as High Frontier. Back on the rail, Bold Hawaiian. 2 lengths away, Bon Trio 5th and every chance in the run early. 2.5 away, Clerical. They're going quickly up in front as Super Hit now takes on Monty Azuro and High Frontier racing 3 deep. In behind them came Katie Cool, followed by Mighty Duchess, who's 4th last. A break of 4 lengths to White Torment, followed by Sky Baby, and 5 lengths away, Fair Creature. At the 850 down the side, High Frontier out 3 wide as joining Monty Azuro the fence and Super Hit the centre. And Bon Trio now goes to the outside, gets a split between High Frontier and also Super Hit. And shortly afterwards, Bon Trio went to the lead before the turn inside the 600, and she's going okay, Bon Trio. A length and a half to High Frontier. Clerical now goes to the outside third and makes ground, followed by Mighty Duchess, pulled to the outside 5 deep on the turn. In behind them, Katie Cool, but Bon Trio going okay on the turn. Monty Azuro, Super Hit can't go on, followed by Bold Hawaiian. Well back on the race, White Torment, followed by Fair Creature, but Bon Trio raced away at the 250. She's over 3 lengths in front of Clerical from Katie Cool. Mighty Duchess on the outside making ground, but it's a one-act affair for Bon Trio, well ridden by Peter Clark, and the first favourite romps in. Bon Trio scores by 5 lengths to Katie Cool. 3/4 away third was Mighty Duchess, followed by Clerical. Sky Baby made some ground, followed by White Torment and Bold Hawaiian. High Frontier was well back, followed by Super Hit on Monty Azuro, and last in the all-white was Fair Creature.
Right, there she is, Bon Trio, and she's had an easy win in the gold black stripes today. I had her mixed up with one of the stablemates, actually, but she was due to win. She'd had 3 seconds before today, and she made pretty light work of the opposition there. Bon Trio winning it by about 5 lengths. Katie Cool second, number 11, and 12 Mighty Duchess has got into third placing. 10, 11 and 12. It'll be a fairly popular dividend there for the trifecta with a favourite winning. Now, the second event down there at Werribee, let's have a quick look at this tote situation there. At Werribee, this is the maiden second division over 1600. Couple Star number 1, 830 and 205. Reckless Romeo number 2 at 705, 185. Hyannis number 3, a bolter at 63.90 and $9. Hit the Mat the same, number 4 at 46.20 and 11.30. 5 No Remorse, 12.90, 250. 6 Royal Malcolm at 280 and 115. Not a bad run at Maui last start. 7 Tilbury Temptation. It's got a great chance, this horse, number 7, 325 and 115. Down to 8 Typical Gem at $20 and $4.20. 9 Warby Girl at 11.60 and 305. 10 Cherry Road, 780 and 180. Maggie Lucinda, number 11. Not a bad run last start at Bendigo either. Was running on pretty well up there when it ran second behind Festive Star. We might just flick the page across and find 11 Maggie Lucinda, and here she is now. $1.30 and 65. She's the tote favourite. Maggie Lucinda, number 12 Pewter Miss, 8.10 and $1.80. 13 Slick Jewel at 7.50 and 205, and Wildwood Spirit down the bottom here, number 14 on the tote, 34.30 and $7.35. So Maggie Lucinda is the tote favourite.
All set.
And they look set. Here's Brian Markovic.
Line good, racing. Royal Malcolm, one of the best to begin. Reckless Romeo stood there, missed it about 2.5. Wildwood Spirit a little bit slow to begin. Warby Girl leads early. From on the outside, Hyannis and Couplet Star back on the rail at the 1400, and they may make a line of 3. In behind them came Pewter Miss, followed a length and a half away by Tilbury Temptation. In behind them, Cherry Road. Royal Malcolm makes ground the fence, followed by No Remorse and Typical Gem. Maggie Lucinda 5th last, followed by Reckless Romeo, Wildwood Spirit. Slick Jewel is 2nd last, and 2 lengths away Hit the Mat. Driving into the bottom turn at the 1100, and Hyannis worked to the lead by a length and a half to Couplet Star. 3rd placing Pewter Miss, followed by Warby Girl. 4th on the inside, a length to Cherry Road. Tilbury Temptation works up on the outside of Royal Malcolm, followed by Typical Gem and No Remorse. Reckless Romeo back in behind them. Maggie Lucinda out wide, followed by Wildwood Spirit, Slick Jewel, and 2 lengths away Hit the Mat. At the 750, Hyannis is just in front of Couplet Star on the outside, which draws up with her neck, but it's being hard-ridden Couplet Couplet Star. Making ground the rail as Cherry Road fourth and Pure to Miss out 3 wide. In behind them, Tilbury Temptation now going forward and making ground from Royal Malcolm. Maggie Lucinda now pulled to the outside around the turn. She's racing about 8th and about 4 off the lead before the turn at the 350. Then Typical Gem from Wildwood Spirit, Reckless Romeo, No Remorse and Slick Jewel from Warby Girl and Hit the Mat. Pure to Miss at the top of the straight just in front, but Tilbury Temptation's gone up quickly. Royal Malcolm on the outside now is out after Tilbury Temptation, followed by Maggie Lucinda. She can't go on, but Tilbury Temptation going strongly. Royal Malcolm trying hard. Maggie Lucinda getting into third placing, but Tilbury Temptation too good. Wins by a length and a quarter to Royal Malcolm. 5 lengths away third was Maggie Lucinda. Then Cherry Road from Reckless Romeo. Wildwood Spirit back in behind them, followed by Slick Jewel and Typical Gem. Then Couplet Star. Pure to Miss Weekend from Warby Girl, Hit the Mat, Hyenas, and last in was No Remorse.
Well, Connections have been trying for a long time to win a race with Tilbury Temptation. That was its 15th start in a race, but it's finally got the money, winning from number 6, Royal Malcolm, and third was 11, Maggie Lucinda. 7-6-11 as called by Brian Markovic in the second at Werribee. And we might go up now to Ian Craig as they're set to jump.
Looks good at this stage, and the track rated slow. It'll be interesting to see what happens after this. They're all boxed. Quite a few newies in this. Racing in the first on the programme, and Star Gem missed it hopelessly on the outside, drops back third last. Elder Time just in front of Take Note and going quickly through nearer to the inside, Sensation, then Scandia wide out. Butch Splendid is improving its position visibly, followed by a Deuce, and behind those Routine Girl and a Bunch Field. Then Good Looking Lady and Dealer Vass, and in behind those Fashion Plus and Star Gem starting to make some ground again. Daryl's Daydream a long way back with Maid of Mallaig, Swift Penny, Miss Tasman, and dropping out of the hunt was Tishan travelling to the home corner. Take Note the inside, and Elder Time just leads Scandia 3 deep. Wider out on the track is Star Gem. It had to make a big run after bluing the jump, and as they come round the corner, one of the newcomers, Take Note, leads the way from Elder Time. Third is Star Gem on the outside from Scandia, and a length further back, Sensation. Inside the 200, almost 4 in line. Take Note, Elder Time, Scandia, and Star Gem is still kicking on the outside. It's Star Gem and Scandia stride for stride. Scandia just in front. The earlier effort telling on Star Gem, and Scandia for the money. Scandia narrowly from Star Gem, third Sensation. Then Miss Tasman, Elder Time, Take Note, knocked up on the last little bit from Fashion Plus, Abuse Daryl's Daydream, Dealer Vass. Maid of Mallaig and Butch Splendid, then Good Looking Lady, Routine Girl, followed in by Tishan, and last of all was Swift Penny.
13 Scandia getting the money, but obviously a good thing beating Star Gem number 8, and third placing to 17 Sensation. 13, 8 and 17 will be the placings on the first event up there at Warwick Farm. All right, it's time now to...
All set racing. Sweat of the Sun on the outside began quickly. Strange Native and also Belied missed it by a couple, and slow to begin was Star of Apex, and now Belied is driving through. Bellastino drops out the third last, and going quickly Queen Cosmos. On settling down, Belied just in front of Queen Cosmos on the outside, and now shares the lead and heads it off shortly after. Back in behind them, a length away racing third Arun. Working up on the outside is Mercy Rain, followed by Sweat of the Sun, the Nook, and back in behind them He-Man Sam, followed by Moonglade. Burst of Colours well back on the race, followed by Itchy Catalogue. Then Strange Native, followed by Search. 5 lengths to Bellastino, and 2 lengths away Star of Apex. Around the turn though, 400 metres to go. Belay just in front. Queen Cosmos can't go on. Working up on the outside is Arun to be second, followed by Mercy Rain. Sweat of the Sun back in behind them under a little bit of pressure, followed by Burst of Colours and Itchy Catalogue on the outside making ground. At the 180 though, Belay broke away 2 lengths in front of Arun, followed by Sweat of the Sun. Itchy Catalogue on the outside is making ground, but Belay is too good, scores by 2 1/4 lengths. Itchy Catalogue, a very good run, second, a half away third, Sweat of the Sun. Arun close up from Lanook. Wide out was Burst of Colours, followed by Search, and behind them Mercy Rain, followed by He-Man Sam. Strange Native was well back on the race, followed by Moonglades and Queen Cosmos. Bellastino second last, and last in was Star of Apex.
That's the third race at Werribee, number 2, Belied, from the Robert Weymouth stable down there at Balnarring, defeating number 4, Itchy Catalogue, having its first start. It's nicely bred by Art Sculptor out of Popette, and a nice first up run, and third, number 16, Sweat of the Sun. 2, 4 and 16 as called by Brian Markovic in race 3. The scratchings in the fourth.
Ahead about now, and Ingenuous is having a bit of a wrestle with the attendant. They're off this time, though, and Ingenuous came out with them. Just a little slow to begin, Hewenden, but probably by design. I think he's trying to angle it over to the rail where Demon Image is on the rail. Sandy Harbour skips across in front of the field, racing to the 200 the first time, and leads from Nangari, who's going to oblige by taking up the running with, over on the outside, even wider out, Sensible. Ingenuous is pulling its way up to third. Sandy Harbour fourth. The rail, the rider trying to restrain it and get it to settle. Regal Red around the outside of Demon Image, who's fired up. Nazrani Sands was next, and the pace is pretty even going out of the straight. They're going along quite generously. Over on the inside of those now is Lord Varna, followed by Provo, and then Wizzymo on the inside of By the Bell. 2 lengths to the ghostly white horse Hewenden, and a length and a half away to Easter Tambell, and now the pace is really on. He's let the leader have its head, and Nangari slips into overdrive at the 1600 and bowls out 5 or 6 in front of Sensible. 4 lengths away behind those then is Ingenuous on the outside of Sandy Harbour, the leader increasing its margin. Further back in the field, Regal Red from Demon Image, and they were followed by Lord Varna inside of Nazrani Sands, a length and a half to By the Bell, who's trapped deep. Provo the centre, and over on the rail, Wizzymo, Hewenden one away, and then about a half on the outside to Easter Tambell. Nangari, with daring tactics at the 1200 metre mark, has exploded clear of the pack to lead by 6 lengths to Sensible second. Third placing 2.5 away inside of Ingenuous, who's feeling the pinch at the moment, is Sandy Harbour. Then came behind them Demon Image. It looks to be travelling all right. In fact, he's about to get a rails run and does so, and they pack to the leader now. Then Lord Varna following it through on the inside, and then came Regal Red as they jam right up now. There's only about 6 lengths first to last. Wizzymo Nazrani Sands is on the outside of Hewenden, who's going up on the rail. It's scraping the aluminium about a length away behind them. Provo under the whip, though, is one of the last as they work down the side, and Easter Tambell the whipper in. Only about 5 lengths first to last as they jam up at the 600 metre mark now. Nangari a half in front of Sensible Sandy Harbour. Demon Image is sitting on the rail waiting for the last crack at them. Lord Varna around them. Hewenden works up out deep now after being on the rail, and then came Wizzymo going up ahead of it, with then further back to Provo. Demon Image's rider angling for the rails run. It's not there at the moment. Nangari led them. Sandy Harbour, Demon Image the inside, and Wizzymo is starting to come quickly now at the 200 metre mark. Wizzymo goes to the leader. Nangari, Demon Image under the whip, then Sandy Harbour, Lord Varna, but Wizzymo in front. Demon Image can't get him, neither can Nangari. Wizzymo, hands and heels, is going to be too good and wins it by a length on the line. Nearly a dead heat, the miners. Give it to Nangari from Demon Image. Then 3 or 4 lengths away to Lord Varna, Sandy Harbour, Hewenden, Sensible, followed by Provo. 6 lengths away, Regal Red, followed then by Easter Tambell, Ingenuous, and then Nazrani Sands, and By the Bell rang in last.
That's young Stephen Cunningham aboard Wizzymo, boy from Victoria. Wizzymo's had a good win there in the opening race over there at Cheltenham and Adelaide. Second, Nagari, Ron Paps has gone for, and third, number 8, Demon Image, and that's the way they should pan out, 3, 5 and 8 on that opening race over the 2400.
Okay, but missing it was Regal Realm. Oh boy, the grey mare missed it by about 4 or 5 lengths. At a keenly contested race for the lead, Honey Rose going up there in company with Classic Killer, and not far away as they settle down, Gay Jewel. Stellar Kingdom will burn them off, and Lady Mantis comes up on the inside. Then Full Deposit, followed by Francet, Bon Femme, Shady Matter. A length of Vainglorious, and then Stormy Strike, 3 Hasty By, and 1 Regal Realm tacking on. 950 to go, and Lady Mantis strode through nearer to the rail to lead a length. Stellar Kingdom, third Shady Matter. Classic Killer on the outside next, then Honey Rose, Gay Jewel, followed by Vainglorious Francet. A length further back is Stormy Strike, and Bon Femme is off the track and ridden with the whip from Regal Realm and Hasty By, and Full Deposit not travelling well. 600 out, Lady Mantis increases her lead on Shady Matter to 3. 2 away, third is Classic Killer. Then comes Vainglorious, Stellar Kingdom yielding ground from Francet, Gay Jewel. Then comes Honey Row and Bon Femme, a length the Regal Realm, and 2 further back, Stormy Strike tailed off. Full Deposit and Hasty By. Lady Mantis first for home, 2.5 lengths Shady Matter. Now Francet's gone right to the centre of the track with Gay Jewel and Vainglorious. Francet running home pretty well. Lady Mantis at the 200, still a length and a half on Francet, starting to veer in again, but she's closing the gap. Francet raced into about 2 off the rails, but quickly put paid to Lady Mantis, then Gay Jewel, and Francet will win pretty comfortably on the line, 2 lengths in fact. Second Lady Mantis, and third Gay Jewel, and then Vainglorious, followed by Regal Realm. Whatever chance she had, she lost it at the start, followed by Stormy Strike, Bon Femme, Shady Pretty Manor, Stella Kingdom, Honey Road, Classic Heller, Full Deposit second last, and Hasty Buy was last.
Oh, that's an easy win there to Francette, Brian Mayfield Smith, and of course Jim Cassidy in the handy Proverb colours. A brilliant win actually, racing right away from Lady Mantis, and the third placing going to Gay Jewel. 4-6-2, clear-cut placings there on race 2 up there at Warwick Farm. Jim Cassidy back in the winner's circle. Then it's obviously ideal conditions down there at Werribee, and they're moving up for this next race up there. And this is the 3-year-old maiden over 1,100 metres, and Tenor High ran second at Ballarat to Santasia back on the 8th of November. 5 starts for 2 seconds and a third, prepared by Ken Sweeney. Pretty clever man with horses 2, and Tenor High is in barrier 1 with the blue and silver and white diagonal stripes. This filly from barrier 1, the popular pick. Still a few of these runners to come forward, being kept on the trot, so we might go and join Brian Markovic down there, and Brian will tell us more about what's happening on the track down there at Werribee. Brian.
Race 4 at Werribee, and well tried in the race has been Tenor High, number 16. It'll start the favourite on the Victorian Tote, $1.20. Tenor High, $1.20. Number 16, Tenor High, $1.20, the favourite. Number 8, Tremont, on $3.10 to the main 2 in the market. Still a couple out behind the line, Tarquin and also Chartine. Moving up now, Flight Express. One trained at Caulfield by Tony Vassell, drawn out wide. Ho-Cho Star is one trained by Cliff Fowler, drawn out wide also. Perfect conditions, of course, all around the state as we wait on Chartine and also Tarquin to come forward. That's Chartine with the royal blue, white spades and also armbands for people watching on Channel 7, and the grey Tarquin having its first start by Caraman from Happy Thatch. A grey gelding, of course. Still a 2 out behind the line at the moment, Chartine and also Tarquin. Unfortunately running some 2.5 minutes late for this, the 4th at Werribee. Bar for that, we were right on time. Chartine now comes up. Tarquin will be the last to complete the line. Moonee Valley Harness Racing tonight. Very good program indeed. First of 9 races at 7 o'clock. Now Chartine comes up. Tarquin will be the last one to complete the line. The grey goes in, and they're all set for the 4th over the 1,100 metres. Light on. Set. Popular one drawn on the inside, Tenor High. They're set. Racing. Flight Express missed it about a half out wide. Ho-Cho Star began quickly. Tenor High began okay with point taken, and Baltistan heads them all off early. Inside the 1,000, Baltistan just in front. She's Our Girl going quickly in the leading pack, and just in behind them are More Patura, and Tenor High boots her on the inside and makes a line of 4 up in front. Flight Express is racing wide, followed by point taken, Baltistan. In behind them, a length and a half away is Megan Miss, followed by Tarquin. Then Ho-Cho Star. Well back in the race then, 2 lengths away, Tremont dropped out the second last. Back in behind them came Mistress Who, and last is Stuck With You. Chartine the outside, works around the outside of the 450 before straightening up and pinches a length and a half. She's Our Girl being hard ridden. Tenor High back on the rail under pressure, and Flight Express is wide making ground, followed by a More Patura coming at them down the outside. At the 250, Chartine tackled by Flight Express on the outside. Tenor High back on the rail making ground, followed by a More Patura. Flight Express at the 150 though went to the lead from Tenor High. A More Patura and point taken down the outside making ground, and Tremont is flashing through on the inside, but Flight Express draws away near the line, scores by 2 3/4 to Tenor High. A half away third Tremont. It's come from second last, then point taken. A More Patura race gleaming in the straight. In behind them came She's Our Girl, followed by Chartine, then Baltistan from Tarquin. Back in behind them came Stuck With You. Well back in the race, Mistress Who, followed by Ho-Cho Star, and last in was Megan Express.
Well, there's the win to Flight Express, prepared by Tony Vassell at Caulfield. First start by Resident. That's a good win too. It's won by 3 or 4 lengths in the run home. Tenor High has to be content with second prize again, and Tremont, a 3-year-old from the Freedman stable, has run third, number 8. So it's 2, 16 and 8 on that 4th event down there at Werribee.
To the gate, and I think is now in position. The lights on. Off in the City of Woodville handicap, and Sir Magnum appeared to stumble a little on settling down, and away quickly was Son of Durham and Classe Dior. Out there Leah Lauder on the outside, and driving through now, looking for the leaders, Allura. Allura leads from Sweet Chariot, running up to second with them, and also Faricha Prominent and Ashanti Gold, it is rather, going up to third. Faricha getting back in the field. Running to 4th around them now is Stepping Star, showing good speed, and they were followed by Son of Durham, and over on the inside Miss Metro's with them early from Sir Magnum. Then Leah Lauder to Faricha, 2 away, and 3 or 4 to Classe Dior. On the turn into the straight now, Allura and Sweet Chariot. They're vying for the lead together. They straighten with noses level. They're 2 or 3 in front of Ashanti Gold, followed further back in the field behind those as they run to the 200-metre mark out wide by Leah Lauder, coming home pretty well. But Sweet Chariot got the head in front of Allura. Here comes the other Amen Brother filly now, Ashanti Gold, but Sweet Chariot in front. A length and a half clear getting to the wire, and Sweet Chariot goes home to win it well from Ashanti Gold. Third placing was Allura, a nice effort. Fourth, Stepping Star, and a good run fifth, Leah Lauder. Faricha made up a lot of ground. A break in the field, Miss Metro, who showed some pace though. Then Sir Magnum, followed by Son of Durham, and a long last Classe Dior.
She's a handy filly, this one, Sweet Chariot. She's only had the 2 starts both at Cheltenham, and she's won them both. The stallion there, Amen Brother, who stands in South Australia, is an American horse, and he's got first and second in the race with Sweet Chariot and Ashanti Gold.
7. Yep, there's the light. They're racing. Not a bad break, and Vibrant Kettle jumped out well with Glenborn and Godzilla, and away pretty quickly was Summer Tingo, and Densarko out of the machine well with Mr. Belief. At a length, the Rising Comet, followed by Kappa Basilius, and then Del Show. Solar Ray getting back, and so too is Ventra Atir, and a good margin double Virgo. True Conduct can't stay in touch with them. Coming along to the 600 metres, and the leader Vibrant Kettle. In second, Posse on the inside, Densarko, and Marquis to Sydney, and Mr. Belief handy with Rising Comet. And right out off the track is Glenborn. A length further back is Kappa, 2 to Godzilla. Then Summer Tingo, Solar Ray, followed by Del Show, Ventra Atir, Basilius, Double Virgo, and True Conduct. As they commence the run around the corner, True Conduct dumped the rider. In the straight, 200 to go. Densarko kick clear. Kappa's in second place. By golly, it's running a race. Kappa is coming after Densarko very quickly. And then Glenborn, but Kappa dashes to the lead in second place. Glenborn, Kappa veered out, but is too good. Kappa, a newcomer, has beaten Glenborn. Densarko stopped to a walk. It's run third, followed by Solar Ray, Basilius, Del Show. Then Mr. Believe, Godzilla, followed by Vibrant Kettle, and then Double Virgo, Ventra Atir, and Marquis to Sydney, followed by Rising Comet. Then Summer Tingo and True Conduct and the jockey have parted company. True Conduct and Shane Quinn.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the presentation after the running of the Ostas.
Set. Starter holding them for the moment. They're set, they're racing. It's jumped away okay, Midnight Renegade. Derrydale was only fairly away. October Fleur's second last. 2 lengths away last is Free Movement. And the Jet burns through on the inside and leads at the 850. By 3/4 probation, Board Boy racing wide. Back on the fence, Ballistic Missile. October Fleur, after missing the kick, is now birding through to be 5th. In behind them came Goes Caesar Go, followed by Coolara Derrydale. Mixmaster back in behind them, followed by Waterway Beacon. 2.5 away, Midnight Renegade. And 4 lengths away, the last pair back in time on the outside of Free Movement. Around the turn to the 450, the Jet 3/4 in front of Ballistic Missile on the outside, coming out after it. Probation racing third under pressure. Board Boy wider out, followed by Mixmaster. October Fleur back on the inside, running a race, and 2 lengths away, Derrydale. At the 220 though, the Jet a length in front. Ballistic Missile on the outside now tackles it. It's bumping with the Jet. Ballistic Missile straightened up. Here's Goes Caesar Go on the outside, out after Ballistic Missile. Ballistic Missile is just in front, and Ballistic Missile is won by a half neck to Go Caesar Go. 2.5 away, third was the Jet. Mixmaster made ground. October Fleur's been a fair run, followed by Board Boy. In behind them came Cooldara, followed by Back in Time. Then Waterway Beacon, well back on the race, Probation, followed by Midnight Renegade. Back in behind them came Derrydale, and last in was Free Movement.
They're off at the first attempt too, and a little slow to begin was Pick a Pop and Silver Native likewise. On the other hand, Montgomery came out running, and so did Just Harold, vying for the lead. In that division too, as they settled fully into stride now, was Meadow Sweet working up with them, Lady Soltara. There too, but on the inside and held up for a stride there, with Town Policy outside of it as Bold Imagination goes. Around them was Merrier, then further back to Trimmer. They were followed 2 lengths away. Getting back, Swift Expression. Jazz Ruler was next, followed further back by Caledonian Desire. Then Silver Native over on the inside as they work along the side of the course now. Meadow Sweet, after jumping nicely, is getting back in the field, and Pick a Pop at the tail. They're racing down the side with about 6:50 to go, and here the leader is Wavebreaker. Wavebreaker has surged to the lead from Montgomery, going after Bold Imagination there, level second now. A couple away to Just Harold. Merrier into the clear, followed by Trimmer Deep. Then Jazz Ruler inside of Town Policy. They were followed then by Silver Native, held up on the rail. Pick a Pop out wide. Then Swift Expression, Meadow Sweet and Lady Soltara, but Wavebreaker responds to the little lasses riding hands and heels with 200 to go and got 3 lengths to Montgomery, who's under the shillelagh. Then further back is Merrier, but they're all struggling to no avail. It's a matter of how far, and the further they go, the further this is going to trot in Wavebreaker. The good thing of the day is home, and punters will be pretty tickled pink about the win too. Wavebreaker by 5 lengths to Silver Native, Merrier and Montgomery probably fourth. Then Swift Expression followed further back by Trimmer. Then came Pick a Pop out very deep, Caledonian Desire between them. Then Jazz Ruler, Meadow Sweet, Just Harold Town Policy, Bold Imagination, and pulling up very quickly before the line is Lady Soltara.
When you reach 50, is life really...
Racing this time, got away to a beautiful start at the end of 100. Van Diemen Star drops to the rear, and the early leader is the grey mare Lilla Flicker, followed by Stephen Border Rage. Schwartz is moving forward, and then Twin Alps and Schedule Plus, followed closely by Mohegan and My Parade. State the Facts is out very deep, and then comes Mad Maxine and Rocket Lad, Big Valdu. A length and a half then to Island Joe over on the inside, and behind those it's Lunchtime and Prince Fair, then Lady Jordana. Snuffed out as second last, and Absolute in the field, Van Diemen Star. The run over the back, 1,000 metres to go. Border Rate just in front of Mad Maxine. Going up to third, but caught out very wide is Twin Alps, then Stephen Lilla Flicker. One to Schwartz and State the Facts, and then Schedule Plus and Rocket Lad, followed closely by My Parade. Off the track next is Mohegan. One to Big Valdu, it's Lunchtime, and then comes Prince Fair. Lady Jordana's over on the inside rail, and then Island Joe, who's out near the Georges River. A length to Snuffed Out and a couple to Van Diemen Star. The big field gallops to the 600. Border Rate is the leader, about a neck or so. Second is Mad Maxine. Twin Alps third, a length Lilla Flicker, Schwartz, and then Rocket Lad on the outside, followed by State the Facts. Prince Fair starting to make some ground, and Big Valdu's going with it. They're on the home corner at the 450 metres. Border Rate, Mad Maxine and Twin Alps go, and it's a real helter-skelter affair. Schwartz wider out. The deepest runner is Prince Fair, and then comes Rocket Lad and Big Valdu from Lilla Flicker, and Schedule Plus is next at the 200, and Prince Fair out in the centre of the trackers. Race to the lead here. Schwartz second, Lady Jordana running home from Big Valdu and Mohegan, but it's Prince Fair in front, and in fact Prince Fair's too good. Another one for Kevin Moses. Prince Fair has beaten Mohegan. Third home was Lady Jordana, then Big Valdu, Schwartz, My Parade, Van Diemen Star, Island Joe, Lilla Flicker, Twin Alps. Then Snuffed Out further back, Schedule Plus, Mad Maxine, Rocket Lad. A further 2 or 3 lengths to Border Raid. State the Facts, it's Lunchtime, and last was Stephen.
8, 12 and 1 is called by Ian Craig up at Warwick Farm in the 4th event up there. Prince Fair, as he said, Kevin Moses is certainly riding excellently at the moment, winning on Prince Fair. Mohegan second, ridden by Mick Dittman, and third Lady Jordana, C. Carmody. 8, 12 and 1 as...
Race 6 over the 1100. First leg of the double and quadrilla. All set for start. Lights still on. Set. Standing in quite well. One out wide, a bit on the toe. Light still on. Salsify laying back in the stall. Standing up quite well. They've been there for a little while. Set, racing. Ben Har out wide began quite well. Burnt Horizon missed it about 3/4. Hunker Berwick began okay. General Claim drops out to second last. Salsify last, and Lazy Dynamite Northern Pursuit lead early. From on the outside, Bronze Order and Golden Lantern, followed in behind them by Making Ground, Burnt Horizon after being slowly away. A length and a half away is Hunker Berwick. Back in behind them, 2 lengths away, Pipes of Pan. Crown Ransom well back from Gleaming Waters, Little Pike. Back in behind them, General Claim. 2 lengths away, Ben Har, and 2 lengths away, Salsify. 500 metres to go. Lazy Dynamite the outside, a neck in front of Burnt Horizon. Length away, Golden Lantern. Bronze Order racing 3 deep. Northern Pursuit not going well, followed by Little Pike. In behind them, Pipes of Pound, followed by Crown Ransom, Gleaming Waters, General Claim, Hunker Berwick and Ben Har, and 2 lengths away, Salsify. Burnt Horizon, though, went to the lead at the 250. Lazy Dynamite's under pressure. Bronze Order the danger on the outside with Little Pike Making Ground, followed by Gleaming Waters. Just in front is Bronze Order from on the outside, Little Pike. Bronze Order a nose in front. Little Pike is coming at it on the outside. Bronze Order and Little Pike heads up and heads down. Oh, tight one. Little Pike maybe a nose to Bronze Order. Very tight though. Heads up and heads down. Gleaming Waters may have run third. Salsify flew home from last. Burnt Horizon a fair effort, followed by General Claim. In behind them came Golden Lantern from Northern Pursuit. Crown Ransom, Hunker Berwick. Back in behind them came Lazy